What's up, Football Daily? On today's video, we're taking a look at 10 of the most underpaid footballers playing at the top level right now. Of course, no professional plying their trade in the top leagues is actually underpaid in real terms, and to pretend otherwise would be incredibly out of touch. But in the context of their value to their club, the wages earned by teammates and rival players of a similar standard, it's surprising that the players in this video don't earn more. 10. Theo Hernandez. One of the very best left-backs operating in the game today, Teo Hernandez has been one of the key components of Milan's revival since joining the Italian Giants back in 2019. Hitting 17 goals and 14 assists across the last 2.5 Serie A campaigns, and helping the club to record its highest league finish for 9 years in 2021. So it's pretty astounding that at the start of the current campaign, the France international was earning under €40,000 a week, less than Samu Castillejo and David Calabria, who between them have played less than 500 minutes more than Teo over the last season and a half. It was only a matter of time until the Milan hierarchy tied him down to new terms, and last month he extended his contract until 2026, more than doubling his wages to €4.5 million a year, around 86k a week. This is far more in keeping with the fullback's value to Milan, a club that still possesses a much smaller wage bill than the European rivals they used to compete with in the 2000s. Nevertheless, it's still less than Olivier Giroud and Ante Rebic, neither of whom have matched Teo's goal and assist output so far this term. 9. Fabian Ruiz. A reported target for Real Madrid, Barcelona and Arsenal this summer, Fabian Ruiz stands to earn a significant pay rise whatever he chooses to do next. Leave Napoli and he will likely at least double his wages in Spain or England, or earn even more if he chooses to run down his contract and depart for free in 2023. Either way, with reports suggesting he is not up for extending his current deal in Italy, the situation may already be out of Napoli's hands. The Spaniard has become increasingly influential in Campania since signing from Real Betis in 2018, but since penning a 5-year contract on arrival, has never had improved terms. As a result, he earns a reported €53,000 a week, which is less than Andrea Petagna, Fauzi Goulam and Diego Dem, all of whom have spent most of this season on the bench. Easily one of the best midfielders in Serie A, the Spain international has also scored some crucial goals for the Partenopei to keep them in the race for the Scudetto. Replacing him will be far from easy. 8. Mikel Oyarzabal. Depending on which source you choose to believe, Mikel Oyarzabal's wage at Real Sociedad stands somewhere between €40,000 and €60,000 per week, which, considering he last signed a new contract back in 2018 when he'd only just turned 21, is not too surprising. But what he has achieved for the Basque club since then has surely merited a pay rise. Now 24, Oyarzabal registered at least 15 goal involvements in each of the 4 La Liga seasons leading up to 21-22, and should match that tally again this term, all while playing for a side which has finished in the top 5 just once in that time. He also helped fire them to the 2020 Copa del Rey, scoring the decisive goal in the final, and has captained them on numerous occasions since 2018. So while he remains one of the club's best paid players, compared to say Valencia's Gonzalo Guedes and Sevilla's Munir, both of whom have achieved comparatively less than him but earned significantly more, Oyarzabal is underpaid by La Liga standards for top forwards. 7. Rafinha. Like Oyarzabal, Leeds star Rafinha enjoys a higher wage than most of his teammates. Since signing from Rennes in 2020, the Brazilian forward has earned a reported £63,000 a week, not bad going at a club that had only just been promoted from the Championship. However, a recent study by football finance expert Kieran Maguire found that, since 2018, the average wage for a Premier League footballer is more than £65,000 a week, and Rafinha is much more than your average Premier League footballer. A potential target for Liverpool and Bayern Munich, the 25-year-old has been one of the most impressive attackers in England since making the trip over from France, registering 15 goals and 11 assists since the start of last season, and averaging a combined 5.2 shots and key passes per 90 this term. With Leeds saying goodbye to legendary coach Marcelo Bielsa and currently fighting relegation, it's surely only a matter of time before we see Rafinha earning big bucks at a Champions League outfit. 6. Phil Foden. With 152 senior appearances and 41 goals already to his name at the age of 21, Phil Foden has clearly marked himself out as one of the very best young players in world football. But while his superb performances in Pep Guardiola's Man City setup are due to be rewarded with a big pay rise anytime now, a new contract is yet to be officially announced, with his last extension being signed all the way back in 2018. That means that according to reports, the England international still earns £29,000 a week, less than what Javier Manquillo earns at Newcastle. A new deal looked to be in place in October 2021, but at the time of writing, the club and player are seemingly still in negotiations, which is perhaps understandable given the long-term nature of the contract he will sign and the fact that it will be his first truly massive pay packet. Such decisions can't be taken lightly for a youngster with the world at his feet, but we expect Foden to sign by the end of the season. 5. Edouard Mendy. A free agent at 22 and plying his trade in the French second tier as recently as 2018, Edouard Mendy's rise from unemployment to Champions League winner is one of the great football comeback stories of recent times. But while the £52,000 a week contract he signed with Chelsea on arrival from Rennes in 2020 represented a huge payday for a player reportedly on around 15k at his previous club, it doesn't hold up particularly well given what he has achieved since. Mendy's superb shot stopping has been a big factor in Chelsea's turnaround in fortunes under Thomas Tuchel. Given Ederson and Alisson both earn in the region of £150,000 a week, and David De Gea only losing his place as the Premier League's best paid player last year, Mendy is surely worth more than he is currently on. 4. Bruno Fernandes. It's pretty ridiculous to call someone who earns £100,000 a week underpaid, even within the context of one of the world's richest football clubs. But considering Bruno Fernandes has without doubt been Man United's most important player since signing from Sporting CP 2 years ago, the fact he is not among the club's top earners is pretty baffling. To be fair, no one could have predicted just how big an impact he'd have at Old Trafford, and on signing for United doubled the salary he had received in Portugal, a generous pay rise by any standards. But in January, The Athletic revealed that Bruno had turned down the offer of a new deal in late 2021, with talks expected to resume at the end of the current season. That means that the former Sampdoria man earns over 4 times less than Cristiano Ronaldo, over 3 times less than David De Gea, and over 2 times less than Pogba, Varane, Rashford, Sancho and Cavani. It's only a matter of time until Bruno joins them on truly astronomical wages, it's just a surprise it hasn't happened yet. 3. Mason Mount. Like England teammate Phil Foden, Mason Mount is surely due a big pay rise soon, with Fabrizio Romano recently reporting that Chelsea are due to open contract negotiations with the 23-year-old in the next few months. And it's just as well because his current salary does not match his contribution to the side. Similarly to Bruno at Man United, Mount has been Chelsea's most consistent attacking threat since breaking into the side in 2019-20, and yet is one of the club's lowest earners on a reported £88,000 a week. For context, Callum Hudson-Odoi is on 120k, Pulisic is on 150k, and Kepa is on 155k. And while the aforementioned Mendy earns less, it's more unusual to see a crucial attacking player feature so far down the wage bill. He played more Premier League minutes than anyone else in the squad, including Mendy last term, and despite ranking 6th for game time this season, leads the team for both goals and assists. Mount is well on his way to becoming a Chelsea legend, and yet isn't even earning what Frank Lampard was on nearly 20 years ago. 2 and 1. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli. Two of the most promising young players in the Premier League, Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli have helped provide Arsenal fans the kind of hope for the future that hasn't existed at the Emirates for some time. If all goes to plan, they could be featuring the Champions League for the first time next season. So considering this and the club's history of losing their best players to rivals that offer higher wages, it's somewhat surprising that neither attacker has been tied down to a lucrative deal yet. Following his breakout 2019-20 season, Saka signed a 4-year contract with the Gunners, believed to be worth around £30,000 a week, a significant increase on what he was earning before, but a figure that still ranks him among the lowest paid professionals in North London. And while his poor injury record may have caused the Arsenal hierarchy to be hesitant to offer him too big a pay packet, Martinelli was reportedly given the same deal when he put pen to paper on fresh terms in 2021. Both are still only 20 years of age and for now at least don't look in danger of being prized away. But we'd be mightily surprised if the pair aren't back at the negotiating table within the next year. So those were 10 footballers who aren't earning as much as we'd expect. But do you have any other shouts? Let us know in the comments below, and who knows, we could do a part 2. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and why not subscribe to Football Daily if you haven't done so already. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.